a meaty but jelly, sticky texture to it. Funky but lovely at the same time. Now, this is a Russian caviar, so that's how you know it's good. So I have mixed feelings about supporting Russia during this time. Mainly focused on the caviar, so no, I can't say I do. Cheers.
Good game. So, you would think that having the Doom opener would have been a pretty handy way to try and handle that.
I would say very decent quality.
They just go the same way though.
From
I
here,
doubt that they'll lose their conviction.
finally put on the
Game
grill.
Gladiators are gonna be like, oh, I guess DK is
Right
good,
here
you know? Like, I think they came into this
100 grams of each, so you can
and
see
I imagine
not
it
a
is
lot
gonna
of
roll
volume.
the
She's
ball
put
right
plates onto the burner, and then she's just kind of glazed it with a little bit of fat. All of the brisket goes in. Here, this is some sort of kimchi that she puts on. Now she's taking the beef and actually wrapping it around the kimchi. Kimchi inside, beef on the outside. Cheers, my first bite.
I mean,
Oh no, kimchi is so fermented and almost stinky. The beef is so oily, but it tastes incredible. This is real wasabi. 99% of the wasabi that you find in supermarkets is fake, because the wasabi plant is expensive. It's a finicky plant to grow. The difference is you can eat a clump like this, and it's not going to melt your brain stem. I'm going to put it on the beef, and let's try it out.
this game too, what's the next?
It's decadent, it's so rich. The wasabi is a nice contrast in flavor. It's so delicious. Cook up that tongue.
I know this fellow loves to play the heroes, but it did feel that
It only needs 10 or 15 seconds on each side. I said put some of the green onion in there, put some wasabi, and some salt and pepper. And that tongue is ready for my tongue.
I think
Oh, it's so strange.
Again, it's like
something between a heart and a lung, so that should be pretty relatable right there. How tongue makes things like, oh, where was this cow? Who was he licking? Who was he relationship with? And then I learned to not think about weird things all the time. From here, I need to bring out the big guns. I am looking for the most expensive thing on the menu. It's going to be a variety of meats that they choose, and it's coming in at 560,000 Korean won. This is such an irresponsible use of company funds.
That's the even more frustrating thing, is that it's just such
Wow, guys, this is what $423 looks like. I thought it would be bigger, to be honest. You can see the meat is like red, tons of muscular fat. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this.
It's not a shock of any team to be taking this. It looks like,
we have our first cut right here. This is the eye fillet. It looks fantastic. I'm going to give it a little bit of a dab of the salt and pepper. Throw it back. The front door. Oh, it's almost like a mini crust that you see on the outside. It's so perfect. So this is Hanwoo beef, and that's part of why it's so expensive. It is like the Wagyu of Korea. The only thing is, Japan has a lot better marketing team when it comes to their beef than Korea does. Because I've only heard of Hanwoo in Korea, and that's it. We're on to our next meat right here. This is the inside skirt, different from upskirt, which is a type of photography being popular in Japan. I'm gonna give it with salt and pepper. Here we go.
Pretty similar. I mean, what are the differences?
Softer, more firm. Definitely more oils and juices popping out too.
Techi's a little bit less
different texture. Softer. What's fascinating here is there are so many flavor enhancing options, but with this expensive, you want the flavor of the juice to shine through.
I think it's less about like getting one item and doing stuff, and more about
right here we have our fourth course. Cut your donuts and beef flat tail, and it seems like it's kind of a trend among food reviewers in Korea to eat some of their barbecue raw. So why not? Cheers. Not bad. You feel the fat melting on your tongue. That's good quality beef. Oh, very nice. So she did seem very concerned about cooking the steak too much after she saw me eat a piece raw.
We did it.
This is the first time comparing the raw version to the slightly more cooked version. So I prefer it cooked a little bit more. This has a delicious buttery taste to it. It is so rich. Every bite you take more than too much of the fat, spilling out of the meat and just kind of gliding down your throat. It's like A5 Wagyu. This is A5 Hanwoo. We are down to our final meat. Right here we have Korean ribs. Koreans are the masters of ribs. What they do is they take the meat bone, they cut it, and then they slice it until it becomes this long blanket of meat. It's just like an accordion.
They started with a decent lead, but ended
This
up
looks stunning. It looks delicious. It's the most popular thing they have right here. Time to try it out.
Carry that momentum a little bit better this time.
Juicy, smoky, and a unique texture that you can only get by cutting it in this very unique way. They created more space for the meat to get exposed to heat, for the juices and the oils to start to melt. It makes it softer and a little bit more tender than you need it. This is What I can tell you is that this was a delicious experience. Now, aside from being a delicious experience, this is a very expensive experience. This is absolutely the most I've ever spent on barbecue, I think, anywhere. Certainly the most I've ever spent here in South Korea. Please don't tell my wife.
After spending my future child's college money on barbecue, I'm starting to feel a bit of buyer's remorse. You see, in Korea, you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to have a mouth-watering experience. So, I'm leaving the high life and joining the masses at Pukyum Night Market, where I plan to document the cheapest yet most delicious street food in this city. Let's move.
So we come to a very typical
kind of
food
feels
stall
wrong
here
right now.
in South Korea. The first thing you'll notice when you come here is a steamed rice here. Essentially like a fish sausage. I can decide what to order, so I got a little bit of everything. Right here we have the pounded rice cake, fish cake, and all of it smothered in a red chili cake snack. Because they know it's going to be usually they're much smaller than I thought about the flavor of the red chili cake sausage is so addictive. It's like we sour, super salty, and then kind of spicy too. This is some odeng, and for some reason, that red chili paste goes really well with the kind of fishy broth. I couldn't tell you guys it's almost like when you open up the fridge and you're like kind of hungry but not super hungry. I appreciate this bologna, and with that alone, it's the fish version of that. You and I, yes. Right here, remember, this is
What do you think about
it's like layers and layers of pancake. We come to Busan, you have to get to food whenever possible, and this is one such situation. Let's go for it.
The air guitar is exactly well, that was what I was already thinking.
Just let you guys know, that's a nice bite right there. This is a little bit more. See, like right here, that is actually a fin sticking out. You gotta be careful. You prioritize the line there. I got a bone right here. In Korea, they say if you're choking on a bone, you need some rice. So push it all down to 10 for it. Right here is our third and final dish. This is called nobody's ever gotten mad at things that you mix together with rice. Here's what you've ever
Nobody's ever gotten mad at
a glass noodle. We got I washed it there, some radish, that red chili paste mixed thoroughly until the color of the noodle changes completely. And now think about it. Thank you.
I can hear that wrong.
Oh Lord, it's very good. Noodles have a great chili texture to them. It tastes like sesame oil in there. My favorite types of places in Korea. Your own kitchen in the back, everything is right in your face. Take a bite, charge you when you're done, no big deal. If you're coming to Korea for the first time, you have to come to a place like this, sit down, and just pull out what you want. Chances are you're not going to be disappointed. Stop one, we have a lot more support. Let's people
open it up. And those course of things have to happen.
It would be a really good jump over.
So we're trying to be a retail market, which is wild. It is a bunch of cars in these narrow corridors, and they have a sign up here that says keep to the right. So there's a lot of pressure because you need to kind of keep moving. If you stop in front of a stall like I'm doing, people might get upset, but I have a job to do. I gotta do what I gotta do. It's the first card I saw, and it looks fantastic. This is fried steak, like super thin. First they put it in the flour, then they put it in an egg bath, and then that is the grill right there. So that's gonna cook on each side. They're gonna prepare it some of these greens, and it's gonna look just like that. Fantastic. Guys, let's go eat. Right here is our first dish of this Pukyum market. This market is interesting. What about honest information about market for people who love to non-stop make physical contact with other people who they don't know? The only thing making up for it is that this food actually is pretty unique and pretty delicious. This right here costs 11,000 Korean won. It's fried, but it's so flexible. We have an assortment of vegetables, a small salad on the side if you will. But let's just get right to that.
Bedroom is tough to cook.
Certainly not crispy or anything like that. This is more like an omelet coating a steak. It is very heavy though. As you can see, here's the oil that we're putting on there. Try to the vegetables. It's so good up until this point. I don't care about sweet Korean onion salad. It's a very nice, refreshing combination. It's fun. It's a great start to our do tonight. Let's go. Right here we come to the fried food section. They have 3 distinctly different meats that you can choose from. Right here, this is fried chicken skin. Not even meat, it's just the skin. It looks incredible. And then 2 more seafood selections outside here. First of all, this is something I've seen a lot in Southeast Asia, but never in Korea. It's a crab fried whole. The whole thing, the claws, the legs, the body, the meat. And then here they have coconut shrimp, big, plump, looking absolutely juicy, fine and big. I'm not going to eat that here. I'm going to take that. I'm going to lead the chaos and go eat it alone, like I usually do on a Friday night until I convince someone to marry me.
Even the media stuff.
We have a first one right here. It's about 10,000 Korean won USD. It's this month for the whole team. You got it. This is the coconut shrimp. You can see the coconut on the outside. It looks delicious on the outside.
I mean, this is just roaming around.
It's got a thick, crunchy coating on the outside. The one
the moment this tournament ends, another one.
There seems to be a bit of a thing for the food here so far. Maybe that's what I've been attracted to. When I think coconut shrimp, I think like a tropical location. I think the Caribbean or Jamaica. I don't really think Busan, South Korea, but maybe the only way to get coconut shrimp was invented. Right here we have our second fried food. This is killer crabs. We'll not make a joke about crabs. We'll not make a joke about crabs. They look very crunchy. I do like how breaded they look. Sometimes they get fried these and they put meat bread. So definitely been battered a bit. Let me try it out.
That's
It's so easy to eat. It's like the potato chips of the sea. It's super heavy and greasy, but it almost feels like they stuffed meat into the body of the crab. It doesn't even seem natural. Let me break one of these open for you. Overall delicious, 8 out of 10, but it needs a sauce. Even if it had ketchup, it needs something sweet. It needs something to go with it. But crabby inside is a very nice touch.
You mentioned earlier today, Jenkins, this is a squad that they didn't rate the game so far before, but losing 3 players, swapping 3 players is basically an entirely different team right
inside of the lobster. This is a carapace of a crab. He's put cheese and potentially crab meat inside of there. Right now we're going to order and then see how much made. Right here you can see the stuffing of the lobster. He puts in some mock crab going inside of real lobster. Then right here we have the crab head.
He told me he was looking at my videos to get back to the game. And that's how I know that he won this game. Yeah, but he's moved on. He moved on to the BSJ videos. And after that, he moved on to the Perk videos.
Putting a load of oil on the grill. He's got
moving up in the ranks. I do have high hopes for this team just because they're so fresh and yet they're like debut.
I'm not sure I like it. Every time you come to Korea and you come to one of these street food streets, you will find some guy with cheese, seafood, and fire. And at last I have found that this guy is making something truly unique. So we have all these different parts of the lobster cut in half. Of course, we have one claw, half a tail, half a body, but then there's kind of a weird seafood salad made into the body, stuffed inside of there. He's also created his own sauce, that white sauce. It looked like mayonnaise to me, and he had a tangy red sauce.
But then I want to also highlight G2IG because they also played ESL
slightly overcooked. To be fair,
they gave top tick,
a napalm bomb on it from about 50,000
halfway.
The tail is even kind of pretty resounding cut up. Maybe it cooks faster that way, and maybe it's easier to eat.
And we haven't seen them really since.
Smoky. I can taste the gasoline.
They're not going to get top tick. This
I can taste it. It tastes a little like
Brian, what's the deal with them? Like, where do you feel like they're lacking?
Roughly $10. That's not that bad. No, I feel like they're draft. So you peel it back. These are real eggs from inside the lobster, and this is that fake crab meat that he put inside.
Yeah,
so we want that
like I just don't
wow,
like,
look at that bite.
even like the cartilage report from yesterday. Kind of just
that seafood salad, like an odd combination of flavors. The eggs are kind of right, a little fishy. The crab is sweet. You know what I mean? Like all the covered in mayonnaise, cheese, sauce, and oily, and grilled cheese, but somehow like delicious. That is
really finding their way.
I feel like that's really what that found. So right here we have the crab head, eyeballs,
I will say nobody else is doing
there's cheese.
Well, what I'm saying is I put it as they picked it as a response to the response to the meta rather than making their own version of it. And I think in theory, like the clinch design is the Enchantress, but yeah, there's a reason that nobody else is doing this.
It's just it's full of stuff. It's hard to tell like what is cheese, what is meat, what is sauce. There's certainly a lot of fillers, and most of the meat is fake
they
crab
open
meat
up
anyway.
with the
But still,
Undying,
you're eating
and
it
the
from an
Tiny
animal's
was a
head.
response from Ray, all the way around.
The mad seafood scientist striking once again. I like this guy. I was wondering why he's wearing a mask at first until I realized all he's doing all
Yeah,
night
I don't
is
think there's
breathing
anything
and
wrong. The Tiny looks
It's only
great as
8:30 p.m. This
before
guy
it
has
opens
eyes
up
kind
combos
already.
like Tiny plus Batrider, Tiny plus Magnus, Mini plus Midnight,
We stumbled upon our next food. We're going strong with the meat, and we've got more meat right here. These are like giant meatball logs covered in bacon. They're spicy and not so spicy. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. So it's 1 for 4, but you can get 3 for 10. So it's a scotch egg. Let's try it out. Let's get the spicy one. So he puts on 2 different types of sauce. Then that's going to get the torch. Wow, you would see the bacon sizzling on the outside. That is definitely haram. Put that in a little bit of a cup. Then that's going to get cut and quartered. From here, dressing, some mysterious white sauce, and then some greens to go on top. That is complete. Some
Right
here we have a Korean scotch egg. Scotch egg, I will tell you from my memory. A scotch egg, it's a boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat, coated in breadcrumbs and baked or deep fried. So this is the Korean version of that. There is indeed an egg in the middle. I know because I asked. And then a layer of meat, and then instead of breadcrumbs or anything like that, they put bacon on the outside, and they sauce it up like crazy.
History of Dota has played that way around him, and I feel like this is what you can't teach Bulldog and Trick. You know, just play around his strength, and you will have a carry.
Way over seasoned hamburger meat or like a meat loaf around the egg. It's hard to taste the bacon because that sauce is so strong and powerful. Another bite?
Really good.
I like it. I find it to be creative, innovative, and fun. A fun take on a classic food from another country. They just did it their way with their ingredients and their flavors.
Yeah, what I like about Mars here is that as a carry player, I love having Mars on my team because of heroes that usually get ran away from, like Lunos and such, Terrorblades. It just means that I'm going to be able to lock on my team and get some take fights that I can choose, so it gives me a lot more options. Like,
we have a thick batter going on top of oil, and then even more oil.
DK's like the farm heavy guy,
a half batter, just like Vietnamese using rice flour. But I gotta tell you, Vietnam, they use about that much oil. So basically, it's deep fried at this point. The next step, we've got some green onions going on, sliced onions, some bean sprouts. Right here, we have pork coming from the grill. Right here, the epic flip, closing it all inside. So the next step is to cut it into 4 pieces so it's manageable. A few shrimpies go on next. So here we have a lot of fish sauce going on, and a load of sweet chili, and then a peanut sauce going on top.
Alright, so always been a good counter to Mars. All this damage is magic.
Right here we have Korean bond sale. It's something I never thought I would say.
Meanwhile, with Mars arenas, Lesh is the kind of hero that's like, are you trapped in here with me, or am I trapped in here with you?
This is record breaking. He kind of has all the same ideas. He's got pork, he's got shrimp, he's got the rice flour batter, but it's like bond sale with AI image creator, and then
I think either is.
and it was like we tried to do.
I know you're an offlane Lesh is very
sauce. Why didn't we just put it in the chopstick? Conversation Korean bond.
Speak a lot about, you know, Spice Tiny Mag offlane.
Very crunchy, and from sitting on that griddle on that flat top, it's got a bit smoky too. The sauce on top was really.
What about the combos?
Wow. It's a pool of fish sauce. Actual fish could swim in there. I actually kind of like the flavor. It's crispy. It has like a lot of pork in there. It's irresponsible amount of sauce, but I still like it. Even just like irresponsible, not even close. But this man made his own bean sprout sauce. The best part is the price for this, less than $5 for this whole dish right here. And trust me, this is enough calories to last for about 2.5 days.
Some other combos I really like the Lesh similar, like Nix Flash, or Nix Flash, Clock Flash. Like, I just feel like you have
Street foods like tteokbokki or odeng are extremely popular, meaning they can be found pretty much everywhere. But next, I'm on a mission to hunt down some of Busan's rarest seafood offerings.
It's so slimy.
From wildly controversial whale root chops to a plate of shrimp costs over $200.
It's like $20 per shrimp.
It all starts with the ugliest fish in the sea.
We have come to our first location. 안녕하세요, 아줌마. 이름이 뭐예요? 한국 말로? 옴장. These are ugly-looking eel-type creatures. The way they're prepared, it might scare you a little bit because they still writhe and wriggle a little bit, even though the head is removed. Actually, I'm not sure if they removed the head or not. We're about to find out. Oh wow! So in the back, you can see the tail is kind of flat, like a butter knife, and then thank you. Oh, they're really slimy. Look at that bizarre, wormy, noodly face. Oh God! Looks like it just had a wet dream. Oh, my hands are never gonna get clean. I'm never gonna recover from this financially or emotionally. Wow. I want to end my life right now.
Strong as a support duo, but also as a waiting partner, is that Lesh, when you toss.
But right now she's gonna show us how she actually takes the skin off the animal. She actually puts a needle through its head, puts that through the cutting board, and she makes such quick work of this, slicing down the body, peeling the meat away from the skin. Beef was
bits that look kind of like rice grains are eggs, I'm told. And that right there is the delicious hagfish meat. These are not alive. And in fact, these right here can keep moving for up to 7 hours, I'm told.
Wow, this, I mean, I just look at it and my mouth is watering. It looks so good.
The game plan for IG is a lot simpler than the last game because now they have this.
All right, we have our fish right here. They're going to be put upon the grill. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is more than I bargained for. This seems difficult to cook. I've never had a situation where the fish was actually still escaping the cooking vessel while being cooked, even though it had long since passed away. I gotta say, it doesn't smell that great. It smells like burnt fish, but that doesn't mean it can't taste great. From here, she has the scissors, and she's cutting them down to little bite-sized pieces. Wow, this actually looks like a giant cow penis. Right now, she's put on some tinfoil. She said it's actually a bit easier to cook with the tinfoil on there. Perhaps it disperses the heat more evenly. She's cut all of it into the tiny little bite-sized pieces with the scissors, and then now she's just roasting it, cooking them one by one, just like typical Korean barbecue. She said, give me your hand. She put on the samchu, some lettuce, other kind of lettuce, piece of raw garlic. Oh, she just put the fish into sesame oil, and then she said put on some samjang sauce. Alright, so she said wrap it up and freaking eat it and stop talking.
And then also on the side of G2XIG future injection.
Wonderful. That has raw garlic and sesame oil and the samjang sauce. So there's a lot of potent flavors being mixed in with the meat. So right here we have just the fish, this white part sticking out here. She said it's just part of the muscle. What muscle is that? She said at least give it like a swipe with the sesame oil. Look at that steamy hagfish. It looked so ugly a little bit ago, and now it still looks terrifying. Cheers. Whoa, that's actually pretty decent. It has a really chewy texture. The meat is not really fishy at all. It almost tastes like pork. This is like the tail. The tail's a little bit less meaty, a little bit more crunchy, almost like a tendon, but really nice. This is neck. There's this cut that they love in Korea. It's like big neck, and it's just like that, where it's like a really dense, fatty, delicious meat. 감자기야. Wow. The hagfish has a brutal sounding name. It looks intense. It's very slimy, but in the end, tastes pretty good. She's like, no.
Very slow cogs, but they are turning.
But the hero is panicking very fast.
For our next restaurant, I need to be a little bit secretive. This is not only an exotic food, but a very controversial food here in Korea. I'm talking about whale meat.
Whale hunting in South Korea is strictly prohibited. However, there's a loophole when it comes to consuming whale meat. It's allowed if the meat comes from accidental catches, or if the species can be verified.
Now, I'm told that the animals here, the whale is not endangered, but some of the whale that was brought into this country was done so illegally.
South Korean fishermen have been taking advantage of this bycatch loophole by legally selling whale meat that they claim accidentally was caught in their fishing nets. However, research has shown that recent bycatch numbers are far above normal, a situation that has stirred controversy in South Korea.
Most of these whale restaurants do not want you to film their restaurant. So we're still going to ask permission, and if they say we can, as just cool tourists hanging out here in Busan, then we'll do that. So I'm told this is from the mink whale. It's like blubber. It's a fat. And then she just kind of slices thin slices. So I'm told that's the tail meat, and this is kind of from the back of the neck. Wow, that's big. Well, this is a hard piece of meat. It's a free upgrade, and this is some soft stomach part of the whale. So they give us a million different parts here. Here's the situation. I spoke to the woman outside, very nice lady. I don't intend on showing her face or revealing which restaurant is hers because we don't actually have proper permission to shoot inside of here. But that being said, you know, just an American guy and his Vietnamese wife and his Korean guide out for some whale. Nothing unusual about that. To be honest, it doesn't look that good. That is the skin. Then there's a big 1.5 inches of fat, roughly. If you're a whale, you're a big creature in cold water. You need a lot of blubber around you to keep you warm. So that is what all that fat is. And then there's protein after that. I'm told you just put it in here, a little bit of salt, try it out.
Lobby here.
Excellent stuff. Yeah,
Wow.
With
some garlic back. Oh, it's so fatty, greasy, fermented tasting. I'm not sure why people would opt to eat this. It tastes pretty bad. Flavors are stuck to the back of my throat now. She did give us different types of pieces, so here's another type. They said put just a little bit of their special secret sauce.
This is more important, I think.
Wonton's really important.
That was a bit drier, less fatty, less intense. Just a little bit more like jerky. Not so strong tasting. Here's another different type of cut. I'm gonna hit it with just the salt. Cheers.
I'm really glad we derailed him here.
Everything is better than that really fatty one I had. It's a different experience from what I had in Faroe Islands. This is all just fatty pieces. There's no like steak or protein here. Where in Faroe, they had a balance of like skin, fat, and protein. So it's a wild experience. I don't know how much longer we can keep pretending we're making a vacation video. I think we need to wrap it up before they get too suspicious. Anyways, that has been whale meat filmed secretly in Busan, South Korea. We have left a whale restaurant and we found something new and interesting. Let me back up a second. This place outside the main market has a really fascinating, cool vibe to it. It's like all these little houses with maybe 2 or 3 tables each. They have a bit of seafood. You can choose the seafood that you want and they'll cook it up right there. Here, we stumbled upon another such place. They have something I want to show you. Now, this isn't the most odd, unusual thing in the world, but the way they prepare it is really unique. Hold on. Go ahead and start. You go. Now, first of all, you gotta work smart, not hard. She takes the basket out of the water, and then she uses a knife to peel this off of the basket. Now, that is a succulent, delicious, interesting-looking abalone. You can see the shape of it is actually contoured to the basket, and then that shape is also a pretty unique shape, too, for no reason. So, we've all seen abalone before, it's no big deal. But if they cook it the way I'm hoping for, we have a tantalizing visual treat in store for us. So, right here, I've ordered 4 abalone. They've just plucked them out, and they're taking them inside. Wow. Give them a little bit of a bath. Wow, they clean up nice. We're not just here for the abalone, we're also here for this. This is called a dog shark, and they don't cook it, they don't steam it. Actually, here, they're gonna make a shark sashimi. The shark is right here. She's got the net. Look at that beautiful creature. Very thin. It doesn't seem like we're gonna get that much meat up there. So we're gonna have to get 2. She only has 1 good arm right now. Can she do this? Alright, well, when you've got 1 good arm, that is how you kill a shark. Once the shark is stripped down, it looks like this, and there is not a lot of meat remaining. At this point, it seems they've scraped off pretty much everything. I'm told it's going to be sashimi, but with the bones, and it seems it would have to be, because that's about all that's remaining at this point. Here we go. We brought over the abalone. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. They are just wiggling back and forth in their shell as the heat creeps in and penetrates the shell. They're trying to escape their shell, but, you know, they can't, because they're connected.